Welcome back to the Gentleman's Gazette. In today's video, we discuss 5 typical business casual outfits that evolve around one specific garment. The idea is to provide you with inspiration for your own business casual outfits because it's such a popular dress code. In case you haven't seen them yet, we also have a video about the business casual dress code in general, what it means and what it doesn't mean, as well as business casual shoes. On top of that, we created a guide about what to wear to the office, depending on how formal it is, so you're neither overdressed nor underdressed. Clothes definitely have power, and we want you to use that power to your benefit. However, that's easier said than done, and coming up with different outfits is sometimes more difficult than it seems. Because of that, we wanted to give you 5 specific outfits that you can work with because we're sure you have those staples in your wardrobe already. And by adding certain accessories or certain other elements, you can just create something that's very versatile, at the same time always elegant, stylish, and professional. So the first outfit evolves all around a patterned blazer or sport coat. Chances are you've heard of the navy blue blazer. It's a fantastic garment, however, it can be a little formal at times. You can certainly wear it as a business casual combination, and I'm wearing here one right now, at the same time having a different item, such as in a small white and blue check, maybe something in a houndstooth pattern, or maybe even a tweed coat can help you to break things up, make them more casual and more appropriate for that dress code. If you're into traditional blazers, such as the boating blazers with row stripes, that's something I would not wear to the office because it's over the top. To learn more about them and their history, please check out our in-depth blazer guide here. One underrated business casual pattern is the classic Glen check pattern or Prince of Wales pattern. Usually it comes in a background of black and white, or maybe dark brown and off-white, with a overplait in a contrasting color. Can be brown, it can be green, blue, or sometimes even pink. Even though it is typically sold as a suit, I suggest you take the jacket and wear it with some odd trousers. That way it's more casual, but still visually interesting as long as there's enough contrast between the pants and the jacket. If you want, you can also take jackets from your brighter colored suits, such as a medium brown suit or maybe a green fresco suit, and combine those into a business casual outfit. As you can see, at the center is always the jacket, and you want it to be more casual, meaning either it should have a pattern, it should have a nice, interesting color that is different from typical business colors, or it could have an interesting material blend with rougher wool, such as tweed. During the colder months of the year, you can even wear a cashmere jacket, which is super warm, but at the same time extremely soft. When you've chosen a bolder jacket that makes somewhat of a statement, I suggest to tone down the pants and the shirt in your outfit simply so the jacket can shine and it's overall harmonious. Maybe try to pick up a color scheme in your shoes, go with simple chinos, or on the other hand, if you just have like a navy blazer, maybe with mother of pearl buttons or a window pane pattern, you can combine it with some seersucker pants. Which brings us to item number 2, interesting, more colorful pants. Typically in an office environment, pants, trousers, or slacks can become monotonous very quickly. Between solid navy, gray, or charcoal, there's not much else. Every once in a while, you'll see maybe a chino in a khaki tone or in sand, but that's about it. If you've watched this channel before, chances are you've seen me in corduroy pants. I'm a big fan of them, especially in the winter. To learn more about them, please check out our corduroy guide here. Ideal colors to me are brown, maybe caramel, or olive green. Corduroy is actually made in the exact same way as velvet, with the exception that ridges are cut in, and wider ridges make things a little more casual, slimmer ridges a little more formal. For the warm months of the year, I suggest you experiment a bit with colorful chinos. That could be like a pale blue pair of chinos, or if you're more daring, a pair of Nantucket red chinos. Of course, you can also play with the texture, and if you go with a linen pair of pants, I suggest to go with a more royal blue color, which is darker and less flashy than a pale blue or a Nantucket red. At the same time, the texture stands out, and by choosing a blue that is 2 or 3 shades lighter than a typical business suit, you indicate that it's not at all the same garment and that it's very different from a business suit. If you're into seersucker, maybe evolve past the basic color of blue and white and maybe opt for something in a beige and white. It will really look very different. At the same time, it has the same benefits of seersucker, which is that it's very lightweight, that it doesn't wrinkle a lot, which is always welcome at the office. And at the same time, it's made for hot weather, so you can be stylish without overheating. Of course, if you don't shy away from being bold, you can also wear some mustard-colored pants, such as this one here, but I understand if that's not your thing. Third business casual outfit idea evolves around the idea of combining gray and brown. Traditionally, black was the color for the city and brown was the color for the country. Now, both of these were rarely mixed. Even darker suits, such as a gray flannel, was rarely mixed with brown. However, I think both of those colors can really be combined quite well if it's done so tastefully. That means if you have a darker gray, go with a darker shade of brown. Let's say you have a gray flannel suit. Combine it with a brown grenadine tie and maybe brown loafers. Rather than going with a light tan, maybe go with a chocolate brown. You can also go with monk stripes, for example, or anything else you like. But picking up both of those colors gives your outfit a warmer appearance. At the same time, it's still quite formal enough for most office environments out there. The fourth kind of outfit evolves around a tweed jacket. Personally, I'm a huge fan of tweed jackets because they're so versatile. They have lots of colors in their fabrics. They're warm. At the same time, they're thicker. And because of that, they are very wrinkle resistant. Honestly, you can sit on a jacket and just throw it in the corner, pick it back up, put it on, and it doesn't show wrinkles at all. Now try that with your Super 150 suits and you see what I mean. Yes, traditionally tweed was made for country wear and you can learn all about it, the differences and the history in our in-depth tweed video guide here. Now when it comes to business casual, tweed really fits right in because it casualizes the jacket style and ties it together with more informal pants. A really great tweed color for the office is gray. I suggest you go with a medium gray because it's still considered formal enough and you can choose between many different styles. There can be a gray Donegal one, which has undertones of blue with colored specks, and those colorful dots really soften things up. At the same time, I can wear it with a pair of denim jeans, I can wear it with corduroys, and I can also wear it with chinos, no problem. On the other hand, look at this tweed jacket with a coarse twill weave and patch pockets. It's a lot more casual than a gray suit jacket, but it still has the same color palette and therefore works at the office. In terms of accessories, I suggest you go with more texture, such as knit ties or maybe shantung ties or grenadine ties, because it just harmonizes well and balances out the overall look. When it comes to shoes, of course, I refer you to our specific business casual shoes guide. At the same time, brown is your friend. Any shade of brown, whether it's darker or lighter, maybe some reddish brown or oxblood or burgundy, it will all work with tweed and it will always look well. The fifth outfit idea incorporates sweater vests or cardigans. Now, traditionally, vests are part of a suit, but in a more casual environment, a three-piece suit is not an option. When it's colder in the winter, however, you can wear a vest that is contrasting underneath your jacket and it can look quite dapper. Personally, I love my burgundy vest, but I also wear bottle green velvet vests and all kinds of other colors, including blue tweed. For the office, I think a blue tweed vest comes in really, really handy. Personally, I would not wear a tailored vest without a jacket. I would always go with a jacket. However, some people are fine with it, especially if it's a sweater vest or a cardigan. Most cardigans you see come in solid colors, with navy being a favorite. Sometimes you can also see off-white, which can be quite casual and appropriate in the wintertime. Personally, I also like green because it's a warm color, it's kind of an earthy, naturey color, and it's in stark contrast with the traditional business color of gray, blue, and charcoal. If you wanted to take it a step further, you can also have patterned vests or patterned sweaters, such as a houndstooth pattern. Could be very traditional. It could be a Prince of Wales, for example, or it could be something with dots on it. That aside, you can also find textured sweaters which have kind of a cable knit or other elements. Personally, if I would go to a more casual office environment and I wanted something that was business casual, I wouldn't hesitate to wear maybe something along the lines of a tennis sweater, which is of course quite preppy, but that's simply the style I enjoy. I personally really like to wear a tie with a shirt. When I wear a sweater to the office, I typically like to combine it with a necktie, which means I get a deep cut V-neck sweater, because that way my tie knot really pops and looks much better than with a crew neck that actually just covers up the entire tie. In terms of shirts, I prefer to go with small checked shirts in a button-down collar sometimes, though if the sweater is very loud, you can also go with a more muted shirt. Just stay clear of the plain solid white ones because they're too businesslike and they don't go well with the casualness of the sweater. Last but not least, let's talk about a bonus idea of the off-white or green dress shirt. Now, most people wear plain white or light blue shirts to the office. I'm a big proponent of the off-white or cream shirt because it's much softer. From afar, it still almost looks like a white shirt, yet it ties warmer tones such as brown or green much better together than a plain solid white shirt would. At the end of the day, you could argue that a cream shirt is the better white shirt because it's a lot more versatile. It can be worn with a business suit, but it can also be worn with a lot more casual jackets, including things like a Harrington jacket or a linen jacket. In today's outfit, I used a cream shirt as the base. It's a very casual shirt that is made out of a polo shirt fabric, which is very stretchy and very comfortable to wear. I combine it with a more formal blazer, which is double-breasted and part of a suit, but it has a window pane on it and it's not the darkest shade of navy, which is why it works quite well. For my pants, I opted for a pair of seersuckers with turn-ups from Ralph Lauren, and I went with a pair of burgundy double monk strap shoes from Ace Marks. I wanted to pick up the red tones of my shoes in the rest of my outfit, and so I opted for a handcrafted linen pocket square in burgundy with white, which is very summery and airy and really is rather stiff, but it provides a really nice fold in my pocket without being too big because we size it exactly the right way. You can see this pocket square and others in our shop here, where you can also find the bow tie, which has the same colors of red that ties everything together. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out our other business casual dress code videos and subscribe to our channel so stuff like this comes right to your inbox.